Hey guys, hey, how you guys are doing? I'm gonna stop rocking because somebody's gonna be like, "You're making me sick." My hand is gonna kind of do this no matter which hand I use. I just got back from the gym. I bench pressed 75 pounds. This is week 6 of me back with bench pressing, so double ulnar and you can barely see them. That's I'm healing really well. Double ulnar and carpal tunnel surgeries. My last one was in September, so but this is week 6 of me actually uh, weightlifting, like powerlifting is what I do. So I'm gonna kind of, oh yeah. Um, so I, it's a little hard for me to clean the house with you guys kind of attached to me, like because the tripod doesn't go up and down, it and it doesn't swivel. It'll go this way and this way, but it's not a 360. So if I want to show you what I'm doing, I kind of have to like swing it around to like show you and then bring it back to me. It's I'm trying to figure out a way to do it is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to figure out how to move it around correctly because I use my phone. So I have a little bit of clothes that I have to put up. I have a little bit of stuff in the kitchen that needs to be put up. I have to clean my bedroom because there's stuff all over the floor. And then I have some laundry to do. So I mean, it's not a ridiculous amount of stuff. It's just stuff. And then I'm debating on whether or not I want to attack that counter and try to figure out what the hell to do with all that. Or like if I have the motivation and the energy because I'm still like slightly manic today. So I have a little more energy, but then again, I just got back from the gym, so as long as I'm not sitting down for an extended period of time, I should still be able to move around and do stuff before my muscles cool down and I start hurting and I'm not able to do much. So I can't sit here super long. So let's see here. I have a appointment on the 11th of March to go see Dr. Fromm, which is my bariatric surgeon. He already has down that he wants to give me that revision of the stitching, so I'm gonna talk to him about it. I'm very apprehensive of getting that, mainly because I just don't want to throw up all the time. Like I just don't want to puke constantly, and having it in there like having somebody mess with my stomach scares me because I haven't had anybody mess with my pouch since the ban was put in. So I'm real apprehensive on letting anybody touch it because like people get a gastroparesis, which is the paralyzation of how how your stomach muscle works. That's pushing food in and out, and that scares me because then people have to go on a feeding tube and they start with the nasal one where it goes directly into your small intestine, because obviously my stomach wouldn't be working, so they would bypass that into my small intestine, and then we would have to revise my gastric bypass. I ain't sure if I want to go that route. So that's something I have to talk to about with him, like how safe is it, can I reverse it, how easy is it for me to reverse it, because it is laparoscopic. They do it with an EGD, so they don't even have to cut me or anything. They just go in there with and just, well, I don't know if he would have to cut me or not. Like I'm not sure how he would get the camera in there and then sew it up. Like I'm not sure how that would work. There's just a lot for me to talk about. And then I would already have my vitamin K and vitamin D labs back. So I get those on the 6th, hopefully, so I know exactly where we're sitting with that. And like if that is not helping, and then we will go ahead and start talking about if I need an actual revision for the duodenal switch, which is the last fucking resort to try to fix my issues that I constantly have, like no matter what I do. Having the band put, my gastric bypass, they only bypassed me 10%, so I had a mini gastric bypass. Didn't know that for like 7 years, 5 years of me not knowing I had a mini gastric bypass. And then, God, and then having the band put in, and then having my protein levels and my vitamin levels go straight into the toilet because I was vomiting every day, and having the port up here, and then having it ripped out while I was doing weights. And then having double strictures where they opened up my stoma, and my stoma is huge. So it's like the size, it's like he said it's about the size of that. So everything I put in there is rapid dumping syndrome, and that's why he wants to make it really small. But it's a lot for me to deal with. And then now with my distal, I literally have everything I want, and I can deal with everything I can. And all my vitamins and levels and calcium and everything. The only two things I'm having a problem with are my teeth, which happens to a lot of bariatric patients, and it's also my genetics. So my teeth and my vitamin K. So that's literally the only thing that I'm having issues with, besides extra skin, which everybody has extra skin, is the fact that I'm probably going to have dentures, at least on the bottom first. And those are so fucking expensive. I'm going to go to a dentist here soon. I have several cracked, where they did put fillings in. Those are all cracked and pulled out. So I have this one back here that the filling completely came out. I don't know when the hell that happened. I have the one next to it, which is a crown, which is cracked. I have the one next to it, which is completely broken in half. And then I have one that is broken completely in half back here, and then this one's cracked. So most of the bottom of my teeth, and then I have like a tooth missing back here anyway. And then I have a tooth missing up here anyway. Like, my teeth are not good. We've talked about that before. A lot of it has to do with genetics, and then of course, you having malabsorptive procedures does not help. So even though my bone density is good, my teeth are not, and they never have been. My teeth have been terrible for my entire life. Like, I had $6,000 worth of fucking work done in my mouth, and literally like 7 years later, it's all garbage and needs to be refixed. So I'm really thinking about getting dentures, or implants, or but with implants, those are like $50,000. There's no way I'd ever afford that. But dentures are like, depending on who you go to, they could be like $3,000 for a full set. So that is something I may or may not ask for help with, because that amount of money, I think my insurance will pay for half. So if getting that's just the dentures themselves. That doesn't include the extractions of your teeth. So my insurance caps off at $1,200. So that's all they'll pay. That means the rest of it has to come out of pocket. So I have to talk to a dentist. I have to see like if Care Card won't work for us. We've tried it before, and just we can't use it. They won't give it to us. So I know a lot of people are like, go to Care Credit. We can't. We've tried. So we're going to use the money that comes in from our tax return and see how much my insurance is going to pay. Because I really I'm not able to eat. Like that granola, I'm trying to eat it with these teeth right here because all the rest of them are so fucked up. Like, I'm scared that I'm going to break more of my teeth off. And so I'm actually probably just not going to eat it and take it back. I didn't think about it but yeah, I think it's going to give me enough problems where I'm going to have to do that anyway. So I've been looking in a dentist down here. I've been looking into like who can do same day, well, not same day, but like, I want the extractions and then they put the dentures in immediately. So you're not waiting weeks until you heal and then they do the partial and then they send back for it. So I'd have missing fucking teeth for like a couple of weeks. I'm not, no. Um, I would much rather go ahead and get that done and not have to worry about it. So, like I said, we're looking to see like how we can get my teeth fixed. And you know what? Like I kind of want both of them done. I kind of want like the upper and the lower done. I because like I feel like we'll get the lower done and then because those are nice and strong, all the ones on the top are going to be, start breaking. So I'm kind of wishy washy on how to fix that. I really need to talk to a dentist, but I have the worst. Like I'm gonna cry. Like I have the worst anxiety for dentistry ever. Like I have the worst anxiety. Like even stepping into a dentist like freaks me the fuck out. Which is why I've lived with pain in my mouth and like having broken teeth because I'm so scared to have them in my mouth. Um, I had an extraction done, this one up here, and I kept telling him that it wasn't numb enough, and like he literally cut because they to get to the tooth, they cut my gums and then pulled the tooth out and like I could feel it. And I kept trying to tell him that it hurt and he didn't listen to me and because it's before I had insurance. So it was on a sliding scale and so he wasn't getting paid that much to begin with and so I feel like he just because I was poor just didn't give a shit and like it scares the shit out of me to have anybody in my mouth. I don't ever want to have to go through that again. And then to know that I'll have to have all my teeth ripped out. It's just scary to me. It's scary. It's scary to me. I'm terrified. I'd have to go find somebody who would put me to sleep, like twilight sleep or something, because there's no way I could be awake for that. Like there's just no fucking way. No. There's no amount of gas that's gonna be like, oh, no problem. I don't mind you just ripping all my fucking teeth out. No. I'd have to find somebody who could put me to sleep, which of course is more money. So, a lot of people have been like, oh, set up a GoFundMe for your skin surgery. I need something a lot more than just skin surgery that is more important to me. And I'm not saying before I get tons of people screaming at me like, I'm not saying I'm going to do it. I'm just saying that, that is something that Evelyn and I have talked about because Evelyn's like, why don't you just ask for help? He's like, I'm sure somebody out there would not mind helping you get your fucking teeth fixed so you can, you can eat and not be in pain every day. And then I'm just like, it makes me feel bad because people make you feel bad. Like people legitimately make you feel like shit because you ask for help. So, I would rather fucking suffer than to deal with it. But you know what? My insurance doesn't pay for it. We don't have credit. Like we don't have good credit. And that fucking sucks. And we don't have a huge nest egg. What we had that we had saved for, that we have done shit for, was when Yuki had a $10,000 fucking dollar surgery to save her life. And like, I'm sorry, she is worth it to me, 100%. You guys helped me with some of that, but not very much. And we had to take out, every bit of savings we had to make sure that she was okay. It was $10,000 by the time we were done with it. And you know what? People are going to be like, well, you just should have put her down. That's only $300. People like that go to hell. That's how I feel like you just go on right to hell. Because don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but it sounds like somebody or a dog or something is scratching up on something. That was fucking weird. Oh, I think they're doing some work. I was like, is there an animal out in my backyard that needs help? Like, sorry. I'm sorry for this. Like, I'm having, like I said, I'm manic, but I'm having some trouble with feeling good and, like, being terrified and scared and worrying about, like, getting my fucking teeth fixed. Like, it scares the shit out of me. And, like, you know, in not a funny way. I wish TRICARE paid for it. I'm also looking into dental schools, but I live in a very tiny area. And that fucking sucks. So I'm doing the best I can with what I got. And I always try to be super fucking honest when I come on here and tell you guys when I need help. And tell you guys that, you know, what's going on with me. Because I know there are other people out here that are dealing with teeth issues. And I know there are other people out here who are dealing with, you know, problems with their teeth and problems with, you know, losing weight and problems with vitamins and problems with mental health. And I always try to stay true to you guys no matter what. Like, the money you guys gave me, I showed you where it went. Like, I showed you all the bills. I showed you everything. Like, every fucking thing. Everything. Like, I went above and beyond to make sure that you guys knew exactly where that money went. I show you guys Yuki all the time. I always tell you guys how much I appreciate it and, like, you know, what kind of life she's living and, like, how much I love her. And, like, right now she's eating and I've got her upstairs because I'm cleaning. But, you know, like, she is happy and she is healthy and she doesn't even act like she has half a jaw. Now, her first surgery wouldn't have been so bad had it actually healed. But her jaw was so tiny. Her jaw was so tiny and it was broke completely in half. They put a wire in there, if you guys remember. I'll just give you a kind of like rundown. They put a wire up underneath her tongue to try to keep her jaw shut. So we had like, I think we had like 6 weeks where we tried to get her jaw to fuse back, and it just wouldn't. It just crumbled. So, you know, when we took her back to the doctors, they're like, we have to take out the... She's my baby. We have to take out half her jaw. And I had so many people who were like, you need to put her down. That's like having your kid have a broken arm and being like, well, you know what? My insurance isn't going to pay for her broken arm. I guess I should just have her euthanized. What the fuck is wrong with people? Like, she's my baby. That's all I'm going to have. And she's been with me for 7 years. And she'll be with me for 8 years this year. And she will be with me. Saki is 12 this year. Saki's been with me for 12 years this year in August. And Yuki will be with me for 8 years this year. And like, people don't understand how much these babies mean to me and to other people. Like, and then just to be like, well, that's a lot of money, so you should just kill them. And I'm like, go to hell. I would starve to death. I would sell everything that I own to help them. Like, I would. Like, I don't care what anybody thinks. Like, I would, you know, that they're just animals. They're just dogs. Like, you know, So yes, we did go in debt, and yes, we did use all our nest egg, and yes, we did save my dog because she's my baby. She's literally, to me, my child. And other than a broken jaw, there was nothing wrong with her. There's nothing wrong with her now. She doesn't know she has a broken jaw. She doesn't feel like there's anything wrong with her at all. She's an amazing little baby, and she's spunky and has a great time, and I would be missing out on that because people think that, it's just a dog. You just kill it. Just go ahead and kill it. So it makes me not want to ask for help. It makes me not want to reach out to people. It makes me apprehensive because I've been hurt so many times, and people are so cruel, and it's different. And I don't know if I'll upload this video because I'm feeling very vulnerable, and I'm feeling like people are gonna be mean, and I just don't know if I can handle it. I don't know if I can handle it right now. Sometimes I could put on, I could put on a show, and I can, let things roll off my back, as they love to say. But you know what? It doesn't really roll off my back that well, and I get hurt very easily, and I wear my emotions on my sleeve. And I'm doing the best I can with what I got. The very best I can with what I got. And, that's all I can really say. I appreciate you showing up today. I appreciate you spending time with me. I appreciate the ones that are here that love me, that care about me. Because if nobody's told you today that you are loved, I love you. If nobody told you today that you are beautiful, that you are kind, and that you're compassionate, I feel that, and I know that you're beautiful. If nobody told you today that they are proud of you, it doesn't matter if you went to the gym. It doesn't matter if you cleaned your whole house. It doesn't matter if you did anything, as long as you just existed, as long as you're here. If all you've been able to do is just breathe one breath after the other, I'm proud of you for choosing to stay here. That's the strongest thing you'll ever do, is live. Decide to live. That's the strongest thing that you can do. And I struggle with that a lot. Nobody told you today that you are needed and you would be missed. I would miss you. You are needed here. You are wanted, you are needed, and you would be missed. You guys are my family. You're my community, you're my tribe, you're my friends. We might not be able to talk all the time, but I look forward to every comment that comes through. I look forward to talking to you guys. I look forward to getting on here and sharing my life with you guys. I look forward to that. And I'm sorry that I'm a little emotional over things today. Sometimes I just can't help it. And sometimes I just need a good cry. Sometimes I have to talk it out to get it out. So I love your beautiful, gorgeous, amazing faces. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day, no matter where the hell you just happen to be. And I will talk to you very, 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 very soon.